Though it could change in an instant, if you have held platinum for the last 5 years, you are doing very well. In fact, for 2025, platinum has outshined both gold and silver. Let's talk about the reason why in this video as we explore. And indeed, the market is volatile. In fact, this video may not age well even by the time you see it. That's how crazy things are in the market. We did see a dramatic pullback in platinum in the last few trading days, and then a sense of recovery that we saw since then. I still believe there are good things in store for platinum. I'm going to be referencing a piece here from Kent Thune. Before I get into that, I want to remind you of channel sponsor Summit Metals. Check them out for their selection of gold and silver products and see if they have the product that you're looking for at a competitive price and excellent service. Summit Metals, elevate your wealth. We had a year that has been dominated by uncertainty in global markets. Platinum, though, has quietly emerged as the top performing precious metal, outshining traditional safe havens like gold and silver. And that's unusual. In fact, some of it have delivered impressive returns for 2025, outperforming its more popular peers we've seen in the ETF world as well. And what we saw for the last couple of trading days is that platinum has risen more than 40% this year so far, while gold and silver have been impressive but have had much lower gains at just about 30% each for each of those metals. So what's driving this outperformance that platinum has been having? It's a unique blend of industrial demand, supply constraints, long-term clean energy applications, and attraction as a trading alternative to the higher price gold and that gold and silver has put platinum back on investors' radars. Yes, there's an opportunity with it. You know, it's amazing. You hear about gold and silver, and they indeed are the more popular options out there. But, you know, the markets have been pretty volatile there, too, especially for silver. But silver has outperformed gold for a while. But platinum has really been undervalued, especially in its historic comparison to gold, for so long now that we could very easily see a dramatic bull run start to form. We've seen one form already, but what will it do from here? Will it continue to fall? Will people take profits and run away scared, or will they continue to put their money towards platinum? And when investors think of these precious metals, gold often gets top billing, especially during times of economic turmoil. Silver comes next, sometimes viewed as poor man's gold, with broader industrial uses. In fact, that's the dual nature of silver. It has these industrial uses. And those industrial uses means that there's push and pull on the price, but notwithstanding, silver has done well. It's been an amazing metal, and I just want to kind of show you the difference between these two coins here with fairly similar finishes, but you can see the difference in color and just appearance, and obviously the density is really what gets you. These are both 1 ounce coins, but you can see that the platinum coin is about the same diameter as a gold eagle, but much thinner. Much thinner. Very dense metal for sure, and those properties are what makes it attractive as a catalyst out there. But there's other things too as well. It's used in glass making as well, and there's other applications that are growing. But these broad industrial uses that silver has means that platinum sits at an interesting middle ground between value for its precious metal properties and as a vital industrial input. So it's very similar to silver in that way. Platinum is increasingly seen in 2025 as an attractive alternative to gold and silver, especially as both of those metals have recently reached elevated price levels, with gold reaching an all-time high when adjusted for inflation. Silver certainly has a long way to go, but that it has had a very impressive run, and it's a lot bigger market. And so gold has hit all-time highs, and fueled by the persistent inflation fears and central bank buying and geopolitical stress, silver is trading at 13-year highs, supported by industrial demand, particularly from solar energy and electronics. But platinum is trading at a 4-year high, as an industrial metal with investment appeal, but the metal is still just a little over half of its all-time high price in 2008, and I think that was well over $2,000. I think $2,200 if I'm not mistaken. Well, with these high prices, many investors believe gold and silver may be overbought or due for a pullback, prompting them to look for undervalued metals. And platinum certainly does fit the bill. Now let's talk a little bit about gold here. Gold's primary role is as a store of value and inflation hedge, and it has industrial demand, but it is minimal, as most demand is from jewelry and investing. Of course, I don't like to use that word investing. I look at it as a hedge against economic instability. Gold pays no dividends, but the dividend is of its intrinsic value, its historic value over the course of time. That's where the dividend is for gold. No question about it. It's an amazing metal. Central banks hold it. Central banks don't hold silver or platinum. And so, gold really is the king of the precious metals. But notwithstanding that, the main driver is right now the jewelry investor sentiment, but most importantly, the central banks continue to buy and hold them. Let's talk a little bit about silver. Yes, indeed. Silver, an amazing metal. It has the most uses of any other metal out there. Well over 10,000 uses for this lovely precious metal. Its primary role is as an industrial metal with some monetary and precious metals appeal. And, I would say they should have just went ahead and said it is about half. Has that kind of aspect of it as a valuable precious metal, a monetary metal. Just over half is used for industry. The main driver, though, right now is the industrial sector and the demand there, especially in the tech innovation. AI is coming, and it is coming, but it's going to require a lot of processing, and but also you have green energy aspects as well that are driving demand for silver that is helping to prop up and buoy its price. So that's what you've got for gold and silver. Platinum's primary role is industrial. That is the vast majority of the appeal of platinum, with only a minority of it for use as an investment appeal. And it really is an investment type metal. It's much riskier. It hasn't been money for nearly long enough. In fact, it only traded as active money as a currency in Russia for a very short period of time. And I think only in some regions in Russia, like up in Siberia. Its industrial demand usage includes automotive catalysts, hydrogen tech, fuel cells, and electronics, and also in the biomedical field as well. But the main driver for platinum is demand from automakers. Clean energy sectors and limited world global supply are also the main drivers as well for platinum. But nonetheless, people see that some of those uses, especially in the automotive sector, may be waning. But the hybrid vehicles still need platinum, and there's a lot more of those coming out for sure. And so we'll see how this takes place and how this makes a difference in the coming months and years. While gold and silver are often driven by investor emotion and macro sentiment, platinum's price action reflects both economic growth and technological shifts, giving it a hybrid character that may appeal to both traders and long-term investors. Yes, and I think that is really part of the crux of where platinum is going. People see an opportunity here. It's been stagnant for so long, and I've been saying that something's going to happen in the platinum market, and I was really this close to giving up in a video that I talked about being frustrated in that area, and then all of a sudden, boom, it just pops out. And boy, it's coming out in a big way this year. So it's been pretty crazy. And so, what about the pros and cons of buying platinum? Well, it's, if you see what's going on with platinum, there are ETFs where you can make it easy. And if you want to get something like that that has exposure to physical platinum, I would definitely do that. But you're still being exposed to the price of platinum, but not the metal itself, just as the same is with gold and silver ETFs. And accessibility, there is something about, getting the metal, and it's not all dealers sell it. In fact, Summit Metals doesn't sell platinum. But even more importantly is liquidation of the metal if you need to sell. You may have a hard time liquidating it, especially based off the premiums. There are a little higher premiums for it, so there's some drawbacks there. And so, but it is a good way to diversify your portfolio as another pro. And I like to diversify and have a variety of different metals, and platinum is my favorite of the what I call fringe precious metals. Now, again, understand that it is volatile. It's more thinly traded. It doesn't trade as frequently, and so it is more volatile in that area. Now, 70% of global platinum comes from South Africa, where there's a lot of political and labor risks that are high. And not only that, but also logistics. The power grid, and the blackouts and rolling blackouts has been a problem in that area of the world. And so there is that. And then, there is less demand for it. It's not as popular. These videos that I do in platinum get hardly any views compared to my gold and silver videos. But I talk about it anyway because I really enjoy the metal. And I like it, and I hold it. Now, I know that's not always right for you. And I'm not saying, hey, go out and buy a bunch of platinum. But I do believe that it is a metal that if people that have bought it over the last couple of years, well, they're doing pretty good with it. And I do think there's some upside potential for it. I don't know exactly what that's going to entail or look like. And I think we're going to see some dips along the way. But if you own nothing but gold and silver, it may not hurt to get an ounce or two of platinum just to diversify. But again, it's totally up to you. There's plenty that are certainly so adamant in not holding any platinum at all, and I fully understand that for sure. But anyway, so that's my thoughts on what's going on there, and also what the author of this piece as well says about platinum and the volatility. And we see that that platinum is doing pretty good so far, and I think it's going to continue to do better, even if you see a pullback from between now and the end of the year or what have you. I think that platinum is probably poised to do well in the future. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. I hope you found this video informative, insightful, and educational. Would like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch, and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.